Hello everyone, Sunset the Tomb. Welcome to another FiberCraft episode. Let's see. So, what we did last episode was we made the rocket, which we got some metite and a few other bits and pieces. So all I need to do is get a flint and steel ready, and then just light that rocket. We tried to play around with the fire extinguisher, we worked out how the spacesuit works, and just crafted a few other bits and pieces, really. Other than that, though, what I want to do is probably continue with synthetic oil and see what else we can do with modern industrialization, for the most part, and see how that goes. Other than that, obviously upgrading the Industrial Revolution machines so we can see what happens to them when upgrading. But, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I obviously covered in the last episode at the end, but, yeah, I want to see. I mean, I do need a bit of coal, which I forgot to get some. So, there's that. We should try just giving water to this thing, which I can't. You know, this is going to be a challenge in itself. Yeah, this is where I think I'm going to really struggle, is because if I actually. Where is it? Is that when it came to the fluid generators, as you can see, or liquid generators, I could never send water into them. So if I go, this is the thing, is there is fluid cables from Astromine, isn't that correct? Yes, but there's no tanks from the mod, which is weird. Actually, no, there is. Okay, there's that. I'm probably going to make those then, because I can't put fluids into the electrolyzer or the fluid generator, and I have no idea why. It is very strange. So I'm going to have to work that out, I think, with the developers at some point, because yeah, it's very frustrating, because technically I can't probably make either the rocket go, maybe, or does it just need, actually it just needs flint and steel, doesn't it? And if it's not that, then it's just the spacesuit so that I can survive. And if that's the case, then obviously there's no point. I'm obviously just gonna not survive at that at all. Right click with that and launch, and that's that. Okay, so both are temporary methods. And the spacesuit you need internal tanks, which may be pressurized instead of machines. Right. Do I just sort of go spacesuit and then just check X-ray? There's no indication of you putting it in a machine, you just make it and then that's it, and you just happen to have it where oxygen goes in this one, and that's it, by the looks of things. Okay, there is that. But yeah, we'll actually make a tank, why not? The one thing that does annoy me is that I do have gas canisters, but I can't use them for anything, because they're stuck in the system still. Which is really annoying. But, oh well. That's what happened last episode, is making a bunch of components, making the rocket, getting irritated that the gas canisters are stuck in the AE system and I can't do anything about it, even though I don't think batteries or other stuff have any problems from other mods, so I have no idea. So that's fun. But yeah, tanks. So we'll just go, what do I need, metite, I think, still? Yes. So we'll just make ourselves a tank, which is we just need some bronze plates, which I've got a fair bit of bronze. I've got some bronze plates there. That's something, I guess. What else have we got? So 4 of those, and then we need a primitive. Do we have a primitive? We do. Surprisingly, the last one. And what else do we need? Bronze gears, which is easy as ever. I've got one, so just get one more lot of them. Yep, so we can do that. And just wait, I need steel and iron, I think, don't I, for the canisters? If I remember correctly. So that's a refined iron plate. There is no steel plates currently, so that's fine. I'm pretty sure it's like 2 of these, isn't it? And 2 of these? If I remember correctly. Oh, can you? Thank you. basic, this, yes, so I need, what, metine plates, I think it was? Metite plates, yep, so not the meteoric steel, which we can also get access to. I don't have any others, do I? Metite? Nope, I am very careful about it, I keep remembering now. That's the case. Cool, so I need this, and this. Oh, I need two of these, don't I? Yep, there's something. Ah, there we go. So yeah, I need two of these. Pretty sure. Electrolyzer, tank, here we go. So two of these. Okay. Okay, and then we got this and this. And we'll put the rest of you back in the system. And obviously I need to do some other bits and pieces with steel, so we'll get to that. And then we'll do this, and then we'll do, what is it, primitive? That'll do. These will now disappear. Grab metite going back in the system. And for a tank, which you don't need power, you do not. So let's see, we'll go here. Let me just move you next, that'd be great. Oh yes, this is what I need. Now either it's done deliberately, so you have to use the tank, or something's not right, because I used to be able to have it where I could just simply put it in here, but if I have to actually be forced to use the cables, that's fine, but it is very strange that you can't, because obviously there's no slot, and other blocks usually could have it where you could just put it in here with the fluid in there. But we now have something obviously that we can put in here, it'll go in here for storage, and then we can send it out somewhat, I assume. So now that we have a use for our fluid cables, instead of just being, hey, I've made some that I've basically not found a use for yet, we can now do this. Ah, so useful. Hopefully, that is. Empty, send you, that's output, input, I need output. I need you to have an input on the front. There we go. Nice. Cool, I'm fine with that. Now, how much do you actually convert into? That's what I wonder. So you're doing alright, because you're splitting into two. Oh, so you leave. Okay, so 375. Interesting. Okay. So we go. What's it? Electrolyzer. I'm assuming that's accurate. So 16. 42-ish, apparently. Alright, sure. And the speed wasn't that bad either, so we actually don't need to worry about that at all. That's something. The one thing I'm going to keep forgetting is I have a fluid terminal here, but I'm like, I'll keep the water for that separate, I think, so that that's doing its own thing. Obviously I'm going to need it at some point, but this thing is I do need to get a pump set up so that I can store it in these, and I can do other bits and pieces. I probably should get a separate network and drive and just send fluid over there, I think, maybe. That's probably what I want to do. I would assume I can also store these in the system, but I don't know. So, either way, we'll just get buckets, we'll just get a ton of water. I don't know why I spelled bucket that way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, just go to each corner. That'll do. And it's not going to consume the bucket, so that's fine. Oop. Okay, so that's going to happen, is it? Alright, so we have to move it in and out. That's fine with me. I don't know if I wanted to fill the entire thing or not. Maybe? I don't know how much to even use either, so that's the thing. Technically there's the following here, which is iron plates compared to iron and steel, where I think the recipes are backwards. Because this should be the higher tier one, I would assume, because it holds more, and it's not used for other recipes, it just does its own thing, I think. Oh no, it does for higher tier machines. Yeah, so we'll get some of these, I think, and we'll just use these against, along with the spacesuit, and see what happens, for the most part, then we should be good. It's just going to generate as much as it can. Now I assume that the higher tiers can store more, or they're just faster, because most of the time many of these machines are just faster. So I don't know if that also means that it's less. Actually, does that mean it's less on here as well? So that's 100. That's 100 as well. I assume it doesn't matter. It is just speed. It's not. No, so it's not actual time that it has to do things either. It's shortened either, so that's fine. So that's that. The one thing I don't know is, does that mean I have to move those out into here as well? Is the one thing I don't know. I'm gonna check, because I'm curious. So we want metite, and then we want a few of you, and I just need some iron plates. I don't need steel, because that's not necessary for the recipe. So we'll make this and see what happens by storing some in it. And I assume you just have it in your inventory, and then it picks up when you have the spacesuit on, I'd assume? I don't know. I should probably test before I go to space, of course, but yeah. So, yeah. Corners, and then this, and then that's pressurized. Now we go here, and then go to output, which you is going to output. Come on, input. What are you doing? So hydrogen's done it first. Okay, so that means that the rightmost slot does it first, eh? I'm gonna make a second one because I know I'm gonna need them to separate them for one or use them for other purposes. So iron, and I might as well because you never know what's gonna be used for what. Now hydrogen, I don't really use it for though. That's the thing. I'll take you. Hydrogen, what do you use hydrogen for? Basically, not much. Oxygen you use for kerosene fuel, which I don't know if we really need at all. I have no idea. Again, it does say that you just need a flint and steel, so I assume maybe you need something for the rocket somewhere. Nothing? Interesting. Does that mean you're only used in these recipes then? I'm gonna check the book just to be sure. But yeah, I just wanted to finalize what I could with Astromine for now, just so I know what I'm doing for preparation. And we'll go back to modern industrialization and industrial revolution. What was it again? Gadgets? No, that's not it. Machinery. That's not it. Where is it? Creatures, no index. Is there a gas one? Perchance? I'm gonna be really disappointed if there isn't. It probably is somewhere. I just don't see it. More clusters. No one of those. Vents. Spacesuit. With internal tanks which may be pressurized. Do I just need to put it in the chest plate then? That would be my next guess. Fuel mixer. Which the fuel mixer I assume you just use with getting fluids in and then putting it into the liquid generator, not for the rocket or other stuff. I assume it's just a bucket at that point. I don't know. Nothing? Not even... Oh, that's weird. Hydrogen. It's not even 3 buckets worth of it? I would assume so. I'm very confused. I don't know if I'm gonna need to make another tank just to store stuff in them. What have I got here? Hydrogen. There's a cell. I don't think that's related though. Is it? I don't know. I thought that was like a separate thing. Well, U doesn't work, so R must. So, seems like it. It's the same one. I have no idea.